Hello, I'm Sophiralou and welcome to my channel.
Hello guys and welcome to this week's video. This week we are expanding more on the Plant Witch / Mushroom Hunters universe, and I am introducing you to Lavender. You guys might remember this piece that I did a while back, which is a triangular Plant Witch piece. And I've been working lately on the story of Plant Witch and expanding the Plant Witch universe, and I have been designing Marie's rival, who is called Lavender. Lavender is basically, she's not the complete opposite of Marie. They both completely excel in plant magic. Marie is very weak in like extracting poisonous plants and making poisonous plants and making mushrooms. So that is something that Lavender completely excels in. The stuff that Lavender is weak in, Marie is strong in, and vice versa. I wanted to create this sort of dynamic between them two, as if they're both competing, because they're both plant witches, and plant witch magic is kind of rare in that universe. I really wanted to develop the story between them two, showing that they have this rivalry and how I could make this rivalry work. Lavender's character is, she's a very snooty character. She's not necessarily evil, but she believes that she is better. She believes that she deserves more, that she is better than everyone else because she deserves it. And it's not necessarily that she's an evil person. She's just, in her own head, believes that she is the correct person, that she's much better than Marie. Even though she has weaknesses, she can't see her flaws. She can only see that Marie is competition. And I kind of wanted to bring that across in her character. Whereas Marie's shapes are very soft and rounded, and Marie is quite a short character, Lavender's very tall and elegant, and everything she does is organised and clean. Marie can be a little bit messy, but that's part of her nature. Whereas like Lavender is very, everything that she does has to be perfection. It has to be clean. It has to be perfect. She doesn't like to get messy. She doesn't like to show an unclean side. It has to be perfection. It's something that I really like with character traits when you introduce a rival into the mix. And it's something I'm kind of playing on character tropes here. I don't want this character to necessarily feel evil. I don't want it necessarily to look evil. I don't want anything like that. I just want them to have weaknesses that they can play against each other. And maybe in the future, even though they're both working towards the same goal, maybe in the future I would like them to kind of work together, because they both have strengths and weaknesses that they can really play against each other, and I really want that for these characters. I think the hardest part with creating these characters in general is I'm trying to give everyone like different facial shapes. I'm trying to work a lot more on character diversity, and there isn't massively much difference between Marie and Lavender unless you put them next to each other. I really wanted Lavender's colour scheme to be quite cold in comparison to Marie. Marie's got very earth tones, whereas like Lavender's tones are they're very purple, pink, blue. She has a colder colour scheme in comparison to Marie, and I wanted this to reflect her personality. When you see Marie, I feel like her colour scheme and her character design reflects that she is a warm person, whereas I wanted Lavender's to instantly bring across this feel. With me expanding the Plant Witch universe, and with me doing a lot of research, for example, I'm currently in the midst of designing Lavender's familiar, who is based on a collie dog and a mixture of cauliflowers, just so that I can have the pun that it's a cauliflower, because I think that's hilarious. Just like Marie has Prickles, she has her dog. Lavender doesn't have a second name yet. I've yet to decide on that, and her dog doesn't have a name yet as well. So if you guys want to make cool suggestions, totally make them down below. Like, I really am interested in seeing what you guys think. Marie and Prickles was a sort of, from when I did my Instagram streams, it was sort of like a collaboration between me and my audience. I knew what I wanted, but it was quite, I sometimes struggle a little bit with names, so it was really nice for people to help me suggest names. And if you guys want to help suggest, that would be awesome. I really want to know what your feedback is here. With me expanding the Plant Witch universe, it does mean that you are going to get a lot more videos based on my character development and my character choices. Just because the Plant Witch universe is the same as the Mushroom Hunters universe, it does mean that you are going to get a lot more videos like this. And I know that you, from a lot of you who have watched my videos and have watched a lot of my content, you know about these characters already. You already know about Freya, Cap and Gus, you already know about Marie and Prickles, and I'm really grateful that you guys enjoy these characters, because it means that as I'm expanding this universe, I don't feel as bad about making videos about this universe. A lot of the stuff is still in development, so a lot of people who have been asking about the Marie and Prickles Plant Witch comic, it's sort of something that it's going to take time for me to develop. It's not something that's going to be done very quickly, just because I want to make sure that I'm approaching the story correctly. It's much harder to tell a story, well, a comic really, without using any words. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing my research for everything that comes across. So when you see my sketchbook tours, you'll notice that I'm doing a lot of research for a lot of animals, a lot of building research, to try and make sure that as I'm expanding this universe, that I'm doing it correctly. Just because every time you draw, I think you improve, and I think when you look at this piece in comparison to the Marie Gold piece, you can see that my watercolours definitely have improved, which is kind of interesting for me to see the development and that in total. I think every time you draw, you do improve, and I think it's also important to study, which is why a lot of the stuff that I'm doing at the moment for this series is study work. So don't think that I'm not working on it just because I'm not showing development of it. I think it's because it's very much in the planning stages, and a lot of the story development is being worked on, that I kind of don't want to reveal any spoilers, so to speak. I really want to do a video on how I develop the comic book pages and how I develop from my building up the story, thumbnailing, and you know, building up from the bare bricks of it to a final page. Is this something that you guys are interested in? Are you interested in seeing more development work on this universe as I work on it? Just because it is a lot of work that I am doing that I don't tend to put on YouTube, and I think if you guys are interested in it, maybe I would do more videos on this piece. Well, the universe really. If you are interested in the full list of equipment, I will list all the pieces I use down below. I'm using Faber-Castell mixed media paper, Winsor & Newton watercolours. I use a bit of Pro Marker just to get that skin tone right, just because sometimes when I mix watercolours they look a little bit muddy, because I'm still learning a lot with watercolours, and I'm still in that learning phase. I use a Pentel white gel pen, and I think that's pretty much, apart from the Pentel silver pen I use as well to create those sparkles, because I ran out of this like adhesive glitter paper. So I knew that if I was going to have Marie glittery, Lavender needed to have a little bit of glitter as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want to see more on this universe. I really am enjoying developing this universe because I want to make sure that I do the comic correctly and to make sure that I do my research. I'm really excited to introduce you to the other characters. I'm currently working on the pre-story before the main story, and I'm kind of interested in showing you my development on that. So let me know if you are interested in seeing this. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Maybe like, comment, subscribe, and as always folks, stay creative.